This is a chair yoga class. We are going to be focusing on shoulder and hip work. What inspired me for this practice was a bird of prey, an owl. I'll give you the story of the owl as we do the practice. Let's begin seated on a chair, seated on the front part of the chair seat. Take your arms up and bend your elbows. Draw your right elbow under your left and see if you can pull your hands together, maybe even creating a prayer pose. Now, if that's not working for you, just keep your hands apart. Draw over to the right side to stretch through the left side. Come back to center and draw over to the left side and back to center so that we can get nice length from our pelvis to the armpit. Now take your left elbow under your right elbow. Take your hands together in a prayer pose if that works for you. If that doesn't work for you, then don't worry about it. Just keep the hands apart, but be pulling in. And as you do, draw your hands over to the right side and get a nice stretch through the left side. Come back to the center position. Take your hands over to the left side to stretch through the right side ribs. And rise up. Release your hands. Sitting at the front part of the chair, open the chest. Garuda was a very fierce bird, somewhere between a bird and a human. It's a mythological sort of bird that a yoga pose is named after. And the full pose looks something like this. You balance with the knees bent. Take the right leg over the left and take the right arm under the left. And you come to the pose. So that's Garudasana. So rather than standing, we're going to be doing aspects of that seated. So you've got the arm actions. Now let's get a little bit more opening in the chest before we do the leg actions. If your chair has a back that is roughly in the upper chest area, see if you can lean back to it and open your chest nicely. Maybe you can even drape your spine over the back of the chair. Take your arms in a cactus pose. Lift your elbows toward the ceiling. Reach your hands back. With the palms facing the ceiling, spread your fingers, almost like you're trying to lift something up with the hands. Keep a nice action in the hands. Lift your elbows more. Maybe you can reach a little bit more and come out of the pose. As you come out of the pose, let's do some poses that use the arm movement with a nice opening of the chest. Seated in the chair, step wide. What drew me to a practice on Garudasana, this fierce bird, was I saw a male owl in a local park. You can step your left foot back. And this male owl, because it's during mating season, very much wanted to mate with the female owl who unfortunately has got a wing problem and is caged as they care for her. This male owl was so patient that for the last 3 months, he's been waiting for an opportunity. In yoga, it's kind of similar to what the male owl was going through. We do these poses over and over. It takes a lot of patience to do them, but you keep refining your actions. Let's take the elbows up and draw your right elbow under your left. And again, if you can pull your hands to a prayer position, great. If not, you can keep them apart, but pull in. And as you do, just draw your elbows toward the inner right knee. So you get this nice stretch here to the side body. Keep your left leg really strong, very active. Inhale, rise up. Now free your hands. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Have your left ankle right under your left knee. Straighten your right leg. Be right on the sliver of your chair seat so that you can get a nice opening in the hip. Now take the arms up. Draw your left elbow under your right. If you can, take the hands in this prayer position. Keep your back leg solid and draw your left elbow just a little bit closer to the inner left knee. And just breathe into it. You have patience in these poses, just like that male owl. As you keep the back foot rooted down, just soften a little bit more. Now inhale and lift yourself up out of the pose. If that chair is available to you, or maybe some ledge, grab it now. With your left hand on the chair in front of you. Reach your left leg out to the side. And as you press the straight left leg down, see about opening your chest, lift your right arm up. Now thread the right hand right underneath the left armpit and reach it toward the left foot. Do that again. Inhale, open up like you're spreading your wings. Exhale, thread the right arm under, reach as far as you can toward your left foot. Inhale again, lift your arm up, just open your chest nicely. Exhale and reach toward the left foot. Now lift yourself up and let's do the same with the opposite side. With the right leg extended and the right hand on the chair, open up, just get this nice fullness to your chest, spread your fingers. Now thread your left hand underneath your right armpit and reach toward the right foot. Inhale, lift your left hand up. Exhale, thread it to reach toward the right foot. One more time. Inhale with patience, with ease. Just allow the breath and the exhale breath to help your spine rotate as you reach your hand toward the right foot. Inhale and rise up. So we've done a little rotation of the spine. We've worked the shoulders nicely in the arm actions. Now let's try that with leg actions. Sit forward on your chair seat so that you can lean back and use the chair back to help support you. Take your feet on the chair in front of you. Take your right thigh over your left thigh. Now, can you find a way to sneak your right foot behind the Achilles tendon there so that you have a really nice engaged action with the legs? Keeping that, can you draw your right knee over toward the left side? It's a very strong action. We're practicing the leg action in Garudasana and the arm action. Now come back to center, unravel your legs, take your left leg on top of your right, find a way to sneak your left foot behind the Achilles tendon there. And again, it's like the arms. If you can't do that, just keep on pulling in. And as you do, just draw your left knee over toward the right side. I'm holding under the chair so I can do this little rotation that really gets to the outer hip area nicely. Now come back to the center position. Unravel your legs. Take your feet to the chair if you've got a second chair. If not, you can just place them to the floor and sit back in your chair seat. Just close your eyes for a moment. Allow your hands to rest. Just allow nice ease of your breath. In yoga, we've got these many poses. It allows us to reflect on our own stamina, our own patience, our ability to stick with it, to just get to know how to move our shoulders, how to open our hips in a way that serves us better. With your eyes closed, with your breath very even, nice in-breath through the nose, out-breath through the nose. You're able to take your awareness inside. To find this sense of inner freedom. Thank you for joining me in this practice where we discover one of the yoga poses called Garudasana, which reflects the patience that we must have to continue on the path of learning yoga and learning moves in alignment with the yoga tradition. Namaste.